Hello, garden lovers. Welcome back to Time for Gardening. If you've ever dreamed of giving your dry climate backyard a dash of Mediterranean elegance, you're in the right place. Today we're revealing about stunning fence ideas, from whitewashed stucco walls to copper lattices, that add style and stand up to the sun. Stick around till the end for design-savvy tips that make each idea budget-friendly, senior-friendly, and effortlessly chic. Let's dive in. The moment you step into a garden framed by a clean whitewashed stucco fence crowned with terracotta coping, you feel transported to a sun-kissed villa on the Amalfi Coast. The pale wall bounces light onto nearby lavender and rosemary, creating a bright stage that highlights every silvery leaf and mauve bloom. Because the wall's warmth lingers after sunset, evening gatherings feel cozy long after the last rays disappear. The baked clay tiles wick rain away, meaning this elegant fence keeps its crisp look with almost no upkeep, ideal for busy gardeners craving effortless Mediterranean charm. Delicate bronze-tone scrolls curve like vines in a wrought-iron fence, casting lace-like shadows that dance across a gravel path. The open framework invites cooling breezes, ensuring that your lemon trees and geraniums thrive even during peak summer heat. As twilight falls, the iron softly glows under lantern light, framing pastel skies with filigree silhouettes. This airy elegance balances privacy and openness, giving mature gardeners a sophisticated backdrop that never feels heavy or enclosed. Rough-hewn honey-colored limestone, stacked without mortar, forms a rustic boundary reminiscent of rural Tuscany. Each stone catches the sun at a different angle, painting the garden in warm ochres and golds. Between the gaps, drought-tolerant thyme and oregano find footholds, releasing fragrance whenever they're brushed. The fence becomes a living tapestry, low maintenance yet visually rich, perfect for gardeners who adore organic textures and effortless beauty. A fence woven from supple willow canes laced with freshly pruned olive branches breathes subtle movement into the landscape. Silvery foliage shimmers with every passing breeze, mirroring nearby olive groves. Over time, the branches dry to soft gray tones that blend seamlessly with Mediterranean plantings. The result is a lightweight, aromatic screen that filters wind while echoing the gentle rhythm of coastal hillsides. Reclaimed azure shutters repurposed into horizontal slats add an instant splash of Aegean color. Against the sun-bleached gravel, the bold blue panels awaken senses and accentuate terracotta pots brimming with lantana. Their weathered patina tells a story of seaside cottages and salty air, drawing guests deeper into the garden narrative. Despite their vintage charm, the shutters stand sturdy, showing that style and strength can coexist effortlessly. A cedar gate carved into a Moorish horseshoe arch creates an irresistible sense of arrival. Intricate star cutouts scatter patterned light across sandstone pavers, blurring the line between architecture and art. Passing through, visitors transition from bustling world to tranquil courtyard in a single graceful step. The arch unites history and practicality, its teak oil finish resisting drought and sun for years of low-maintenance elegance. Wire gabion cages packed with river rock, an aqua sea glass shimmer like submerged treasure under midday sun. As light filters through translucent shards, soft turquoise highlights flicker across the garden floor. The structure's rugged form contrasts with its jewel-toned glow, a balance of strength and sparkle. For gardeners seeking sustainable materials with a touch of whimsy, this fence offers lasting durability and coastal allure in equal measure. Rows of dwarf lemon trees trained flat along tensioned wires form a fragrant living barrier. Glossy leaves create a lush backdrop, while glowing fruit becomes natural ornamentation throughout the year. Beyond aesthetics, the espalier maximizes space, vital in compact backyards. while supplying homegrown citrus for refreshing summer drinks. The synergy of beauty and bounty embodies Mediterranean practicality at its finest. Cream stucco piers inset with hand-painted Spanish tiles punctuate the boundary like notes in a melody. Each colorful square offers a miniature art piece, guiding the eye along the fence line. The tiles' glazed surfaces shrug off dust and sun, ensuring their vibrancy lasts decades. This pop of pattern enlivens even the simplest planting scheme, merging artistry with enduring structure. Slender, evergreen cypress posts rise rhythmically, creating an elegant picket that echoes Italian alleyways. Their narrow spacing allows light to dapple through, nurturing aromatic underplantings of sage and santolina. Because cypress naturally resists pests and rot, The fence ages gracefully without chemical treatments. Its vertical lines visually lift small spaces, granting height and refinement to any dry climate garden. A softly coral adobe fence captures the warmth of desert sunsets, softly reflecting pink and peach glows onto lavender drifts below. The matte plaster surface tempers harsh midday light, casting a soothing ambience. In cooler evenings, the adobe releases stored heat, creating a radiant microclimate perfect for tender Mediterranean herbs. Low maintenance and naturally insulated, this wall marries practical comfort with romantic color. Laser-cut aluminum panels in Moorish star patterns filter sunlight into shifting mosaics across terracotta tiles. The rust-proof metal stays sleek under arid conditions, requiring only an occasional rinse. As vines thread through the perforations, the screen transforms into living art, half shadow, half foliage, combining modern durability with timeless geometric grace. Gabion baskets topped with reclaimed timber planks present a clever dual purpose: sturdy boundary and casual seating. Smooth wood invites evening conversation among ripening figs and flowering agapanthus. The river stones within provide visual depth while absorbing heat that radiates after dusk, keeping guests comfortable. It's a boundary that nurtures community as much as it protects a garden. Slim cedar pergola beams running along the property line support cascades of magenta bougainvillea. The blooms spill like vibrant ribbons, softening hard edges and infusing the air with subtle fragrance. Beneath, filtered shade protects potted citrus and alfresco dining nooks from harsh glare. This living curtain delivers drama and practicality, thriving on neglect yet rewarding gardeners with endless color. Curved staves salvaged from old wine barrels bend into gentle arcs, evoking vineyard nostalgia. Their weathered oak bears hints of burgundy stain, telling silent stories of seasons past. Arranged side by side, the staves create a semi-transparent screen that whispers of far-off rolling hills. Handcrafted and eco-friendly, this fence pairs rustic romance with sustainable spirit. Sun-bleached driftwood timbers arranged vertically at varied heights, echo rolling waves when breezes rustle between gaps. Their organic silhouettes contrast beautifully against structured agave beds. Salt-laden air only enhances their character, eliminating any need for staining or sealing. For coastal dreamers at heart, the fence embodies effortless seaside serenity wherever it stands. Mid-century clay breeze blocks assembled in looping arches scatter playful circles of light on courtyard floors. Their earthy hue harmonizes with terracotta pots spilling over with pelargoniums. Because the fence breathes, hot winds lose their sting, cooling garden corners naturally. Retro style meets eco-savvy comfort, ideal for gardeners pursuing both nostalgia and performance. Dark basalt columns anchor thick marine rope rails, bringing subtle nautical flair. The rope's gentle curve softens the stone's strength, guiding eyes toward distant olive groves. Basalt's dense makeup shrugs off heat and drought, while UV-stable rope endures bright sunshine. Together they craft a boundary that's as enduring as it is evocative of Mediterranean coastline. Thin copper strips woven into a lattice gradually oxidize into a soft sea green patina. The color melds effortlessly with dusty sage and silver artemisia borders. Over time, the lattice seems to vanish into foliage, leaving only its graceful grid. Low-care elegance makes this fence a favorite for seasoned gardeners who appreciate subtle, evolving beauty. A small run of shimmering blue and white zellige tiles embedded in cream render becomes the garden's sparkling centerpiece. Sunlight flickers across each uneven glaze like ripples on water. Beside the mosaic, muted plantings, think silvery Santolina, stand back, letting the fence steal the scene. It's a jewel box accent requiring no pruning, just admiration. Galvanized frames filled with sun-bleached reeds introduce tactile warmth to minimalist gardens. The reed's subtle rustle lends a gentle soundtrack to afternoon siestas. Their organic cores contrast the metal's clean lines, marrying rustic materials with modern form. Easy to replace and endlessly adaptable, this fence evolves alongside your planting palette. Pre-weathered corten steel panels glow a fiery orange against sapphire skies, echoing baked clay roofs nearby. Laser-cut vine motifs add softness to the industrial medium. As climbing jasmine threads through cutouts, steel and foliage merge in a dramatic duet. The screen's maintenance-free nature frees gardeners to focus on lush plantings rather than upkeep. A cedar fence capped with deep ledges hosts terracotta pots brimming with basil, thyme, and oregano. Aromatic oils release each time you brush past, turning a stroll into sensory delight. Seasonal swaps keep the shelf ever-changing, winter pansies, summer herbs, while the underlying structure remains constant. It's a fence that feeds body, soul, and kitchen in one stroke. A solid ivory stucco base blocks drying winds at root level, while an airy wrought iron top preserves expansive sky views. Together they craft a fence that feels protective yet liberating. Moonlight catches on iron scrolls after dark, setting a romantic scene for late-night garden walks. Balance of mass and openness makes this design a timeless favorite among elegant outdoor settings. A low boxwood or myrtle hedge, backed by discrete wrought iron pickets, layers texture without overpowering small spaces. The evergreen ribbon defines pathways with year-round order. Behind, the slender iron posts nearly disappear, ensuring the hedge's lush green takes center stage. Low clipping requirements suit gardeners seeking neat form with minimal effort. Oversized clay pots threaded onto hidden steel rods create vertical columns rich with earthy color. Cascading succulents spill from every tier, blurring boundaries between pottery and planting. Because each pot can be watered individually, thirsty species sit on top while drought lovers perch below, making care intuitive and flexible, ideal for busy lifestyle. Stainless steel cables stretch between sandstone posts, providing minimalist support for climbing jasmine. At dusk, discreet solar fairy lights flicker on, turning vines into twinkling curtains. The gentle illumination invites evening relaxation without harsh glare, and the solar setup eliminates wiring fuss. Beauty, sustainability, and simplicity intertwine in one graceful line. Lightweight almond wood louvers angle just so allow cooling breezes while screening direct sun. The pale grain lends an airy, contemporary vibe to drought-tolerant gravel beds. As seasons shift, the louver's movable design lets you fine-tune shade levels, perfect for protecting tender herbs during scorching afternoons, yet bathing them in gentle morning light. A reclaimed limestone lintel crowns a simple timber gate, evoking the entrance of an ancient Mediterranean villa. Weathered carvings hint at stories older than the garden itself. Passing beneath, you feel wrapped in history while stepping into modern serenity. The juxtaposition of age-old stone and fresh plants underscores the timeless cycle of renewal. Short adobe walls punctuated by lantern niches guide guests along a softly curving path. Overhead, pergola beams cast striped shadows that shift with the sun's arc. Evening candles flicker inside recesses, transforming the boundary into a glowing ribbon of light. Low-maintenance adobe and simple timber invite gardeners to spend time enjoying, not laboring over, their Mediterranean haven. Those were our favorite Mediterranean fence inspirations. Practical, low maintenance, yet undeniably beautiful. Which design sparked your imagination? Tell us in the comments. And if you found value in these ideas, please like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss our next blooming episode on Time for Gardening. Happy building and see you soon!